Hello everyone, this is Yainea for Waffle Flower Crafts. Today I'm going to be using this fun Christmas set called The Season and the new layering good grain to create a shadow box with an underwater scene. I'm starting by stamping the layering good grain on craft cardstock using white pigment ink, and I'm going to cover the whole piece of paper with this texture. Then I'm going to let it aside to dry because pigment ink takes a while to dry completely. So to create my background, I'm going to use distress inks with water, and I'm going to wrap the ink pads on an acrylic block and use a brush and water with the ink. You can totally use your favorite watercolors as well to do this. I like to apply several layers of color so the background looks pretty, and this is definitely easier to do speeding up the drying process with a heat tool. I'm going to create another watercolor panel following the same process to make some sand for the background of my card. This time I'm sprinkling some more color at the end on top of the panel to get a nice sand texture. So while my panels dry, I'm gonna stamp all the images for my scene using dye ink and Nina cardstock because I'm going to be coloring them with Copic markers, and Copics are alcohol markers, so dye ink won't bleed while coloring. The first time I saw this stamp set, I knew I wanted to use it for my Christmas cards. It's so fun and unique, and it just cracks me up. I think this is the perfect stamp set to make funny Christmas cards if you live by the sea. So now I'm going to start my coloring, and I know my process is a bit long, but you can see all the colors that I'm using and how I blend them together. All my coloring is finished now, so I'm going to use the coordinating the season dies and my die cutting machine to die cut all these images. Now my panels are completely dry and I'm gonna start mounting my scene. I'm using my scissors to cut the sand hills and the stitched layers die to die cut a frame for my shadow box card. To create dimension on the different layers of the shadow box, I'm going to make two pieces to place on the box sides. They are 1 inch wide and I'm making a score line every quarter inch. You can use wider stripes with more score lines to create deeper shadow boxes. Then I'm going to fold the stripes like an accordion and adhere them to my frame and back panel. The next step is to place the different elements on my card to find a little spot to stamp the sentiment. It's really hard to stamp on watercolor paper, so even when I'm using my Misty, I need to fill some white spots with a black marker. Finally, I'm going to adhere everything together with liquid glue. I'm using a little piece of acetate and glue dots with the seahorse, so it looks like he's floating in the water. Now I can go ahead and adhere my shadow box to a base card. The great thing of this kind of shadow boxes is that you can send this out completely flat, but it still has lots of dimension. Because this is a Christmas card, I'm going to add some sparkle and shine to finish it up. I'm using my Queen of Stella pen on some spots and some glossy accents to add little bubbles on the background. And that's going to complete our card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For more product information, please visit waffleflower.com and don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook for more creative ideas. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye!